Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Digimon Adventure 2020, which is on episode 21. Now, this episode right here looks like to me we get to see both perspectives of what's happening in the real world and the digital world, where our separate main characters are taking that. I mean, like with what Izzy and Sora, Joe and Mimi are doing, and etc. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. I'm going to focus on one part and then focus on the other part later, so it might make a little more sense because they've been going back and forth with a lot of things. But if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that the Digimon that stole the Digitama or Digi-Egg is the Skull Knightmon, and then later on he rides on something called the Dark Maildramon till I can get to a certain location, Eventually we have to it that Taichi along with Takeru and then Yamato riding on Garurumon having to go chase after him, while the others will link up with Leomon and catch up later. And we have to it that eventually they end up being attacked by a Digimon called Splashmon, And then we have to it that it was Devimon that made that Digimon from the Miasma, and then it gave Takeru, it gave Taichi, Yamato, and Takeru a very hard time, Well, Taichi, Yamato, well, in other cases, where Garurumon and Middle Greymon a very hard time because maybe it's Miasma's power source is what's causing them the trouble. But that aside, Takeru decides to go to a certain location in the crater after he found a holy Digimon feather, and decides to look into it, Eventually, Takeru will come by a certain Digimon, which will be revealed later towards the end of the episode, but let me continue the fight with Metal Greymon and Garurumon, which apparently Garurumon will later on will lose its evolution, while Metal Greymon gets beaten very badly and his arm will later on get bitten by Splashmon. Taichi, unable to stand it, decides to try to help Greymon out, and with his courage, and with his own courage, not willing to give up and wanting to keep going, etc., we had to it that Metal Greymon gets a power-up, His right arm will later on will evolve into a certain powerful railgun-looking like weapon on his right arm, and he will later on destroy Splashmon. And we have to it, of course, eventually, that Takeru will reveal himself to Taichi and Yamato, and they end up being introduced to a new Digimon called the Eldora Demon, and then allows him to enter the location of where the Digitama is at, And later on, we get to see the scene with, of course, throughout the episode, we get to see a scene with Izzy, Sora, Mimi, and Joe, Mimi and Joe decide to take separate ways from their locations of their homes to go meet up with Izzy and Sora, While Izzy ends up updating the Digivices where they can contact with the Digimon, we have to it, of course, there's some other trouble along the way. We get to see that the new type of Digimon, the new type of Digimon that's giving them trouble right now is a Calamaramon or something. And this Digimon ends up hijacking a certain boat or something, which I thought it was a missile or a nuclear bomb or something to go hit the city, but instead it hijacked the boat in order to possibly crash into the port and possibly crash into the city. Whatever the case may be, it hacked into a army boat or a patrol boat, whatever it is, and then ends up having to trying to crash into the city and cause some major damage whatsoever. Whatever the case may be, it's not looking so great right now, and it's already causing some major trouble for our friends already, in the real world. While Izzy and Sora and the others are trying to take care of a problem that's happening in the real world and the digital world, since they're in the real world right now. Taichi, Yamato, and Takeru are trying to go save that Digitama or Digi-Egg that is the holy Digimon. But that aside, there's just there's many problems coming across our main characters right now, but I'm pretty sure they'll solve it in time. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Afazero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.